Welcome back, my insanely creative friends. So, I am so excited for this journey, but I figured it's time to talk about the next steps. So, I'm assuming everyone has made their master boards. The very next thing we're going to do is cut them down to size. What size? Well, that's where you get to decide. We are going to, this next step, we're making a journal. And so you need to figure out what size you want to do and cut a front cover and a back cover, obviously that are the exact same size. I chose to do, let me see here. This is my front cover and back cover. Actually, this is not mine. I'm making two because I assume someone out there is going to want to join in on this fun and is not going to either want to do this part or can't do this part. So this one will be, once I get it put together, it will be up for sale. You'll just have to email me, and I'll leave my email in the description, down in the description box, so that you can see my email and send me a message, and we'll discuss this. But mine is 5 3/4 inches wide and about 10 inches long. I debated doing a smaller one, and I thought, I'll just keep it like this, because this is the exact same size as mine, and my front and back cover actually came from my Scrappy 8 friend Brenda. And I thought, because all of us gals, us 8 gals, we actually swapped master boards, and I've been hoarding mine. I decided it's time to use it. So that is the size of my pages, or my front and back cover. The pages inside need to be a little smaller, and actually you can do whatever size you want. I do need to cut this one down. So let me show you what I mean. This page fits very nicely inside there. It is just a little bit smaller on the 3 sides here. And then this one, look at how small this is. And then look at this one. I'll have that here and another small one here. And then another medium-sized. And then I'm adding in mine and this one a piece of fabric. It is kind of thick on this end and not on this end. And I haven't decided if I'll put it in like this or the other way. So we'll just lay it down. And then we have this one. And then this one. This is the only one so far in this, because I do need to add more pages to this. This is the only one that is only my scraps. So you're going to have a little bit of Louisa Heinzel scraps and some Scrappy 8 girl scraps. Just a combination of some lovely ladies' scraps from their craft room, their art studio, including some of mine. So that one is also large. Now I'm looking at doing 22 pages, and they are single. You notice that? We're not going to be folding them in half. What I'm going to show you a new binding technique that is actually really fun, because the pages will, when you open it, it all lays flat, and you can bind single pages. Isn't that cool? What you're going to need to do is cut everything. Like, for instance, I need to cut this one down, and I'm thinking I need a few more full pages. So if I lay this one here, now I'm still not telling you exactly what this project is, but you do know that our next step is to, basically, we're creating a journal. Don't worry. Either the next video or the one after that, I'll give you all the details of the fun. All right, so there's another page. All right, there's another one. Now we're left with this really wonky piece. Well, guess what? I'm gonna cut this one here. Okay, that one will fit as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my gosh. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I need 5 more pages. So what I will show you is what we're going to do next. After you're done cutting everything up, here's the next fun part. All right, we are going to make this. Oh my gosh. It is this fabulous, weird feeling stuff. So grab 2 pieces of tissue paper, doesn't matter what color, and grab some either embroidery thread or some sort of a string that is approximately the thickness and feel, cottony as embroidery thread. And then grab either Mod Podge or go make up a little container of 1 cup of PVA glue, like Elmer's school glue, and a 1/3 cup of water. Mix that up. And then we'll come back. All right, I have something to protect my surface. This happens to be cereal bags. And then this is my piece of tissue paper. I'm going to see how big it is. So I'm gonna put it down here near the edge, leaving a little off. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off up top here. If you notice, it is still too big. And we do want it a little bit too big. So that's the size mine's going to be. And actually, why don't we go ahead and stop and cut our second piece of tissue paper approximately the same size. Next, we're going to get our glue here, Mod Podge or our handmade glue. And we're going to take a paintbrush and we're just going to paint the whole tissue paper. How much? Well, it doesn't really matter as long as you get literally the whole thing. So you don't want to watch me do this on camera because it's kind of self-explanatory. So I'll be right back when this is covered completely with glue. Totally wet with glue. The next thing, you either will need some embroidery thread or something like that. This is not twine, this is a cotton thread. And here's what we're gonna do. By the way, can I start by saying, please learn from my mistakes and only use tissue paper. Almost any store has it, including the Dollar Tree. It was a huge fail when I tried toilet paper. The white part of napkins, paper towels, it's a huge fail. This is the way we need to do it. So now we're going to take this, and right here is the edge of my paper. I'm going to put a line down and cut it. And I'm going to leave a little space, doesn't matter how much, cut it. You can leave the spaces as close together or as wide as you'd like. Mine are not going to be identical. I'll leave a little more space here and there, put some a little closer, and you're going to do this the whole way up, and we'll be back. Next step, take that glue. By the way, I'm going to link the video where the gal does this, showing it, how I learned it. I'm going to link that video in the description box in case you want to watch hers. I will warn you, it is in another language, but you can see what she's doing. It is the same thing here. Now, we're going to take this glue, and over each strand, we're just going to press that strand down in the glue, getting a little glue on top. And we're doing it to each one. Yes, we are making a bit of a wet mess here, aren't we? But trust me on this, it is going to be fabulous when we're done. So I'm going to do this to every single strand, and then I'll come back. Okay, we have a wet goopy mess. All the strings are down. And now grab your string again, because we're now going to go the other way, making little squares. So again, place them wherever you'd like. And we're going to go the whole way across, just like we did with the first one. After going the full way, we're going to come back, take our glue again, and oh, I'm off camera. Hold on. There, we're going to take our glue again and dip our paintbrush in it and just kind of making sure that the paintbrush is wet so the string doesn't stick to it. We're just going to press that down. So now our next pieces of thread are thoroughly stuck down. And we're going to do that the whole way across, and then we'll come back. So now we're going to take our next piece of tissue paper and place it directly over our other piece and press down. We're going to go over this whole thing with glue again, like this. It doesn't have to be a ton of glue. It can be a very light layer, but you don't really have to worry exactly about how much glue. So I'm just going to do this, and then I'll be back. Okay, everything is covered in glue. So now here's what we're going to do. You can take something like this or the end of your paintbrush. Now, we're going to take an edge in the middle of one of these circles and just go through all the layers and make some such of a hole. And it does not need to be a specific size. Okay, so that works. I don't know if this will be sturdy enough, but we can try. Not quite. Maybe the other end. You can make the hole as big or as small as you want. Yeah, this is working. Put it down and push hard enough that you get down through all the layers. And that's a good circle. Let's do one that's wonky. There's a wonky. Yeah, wonky. Okay, so we're going to do this mess in each and every hole, or square. So I will continue this off camera. All right, I'm fairly certain I got holes everywhere, and on the very edges, I did do holes on some I just squished up, some I just left normal, but like here, we could squish this in. Now the next thing, you're going to need either some instant coffee mixed with water, or go make a cup of coffee. This is my instant coffee water, and it smells amazing because I just made it. And we're just gonna dab a little here and there, or, you know, flick. Totally up to you. And we're just giving it a little coffee grunge, you know? All right, so I'm gonna do a little bit of this, and I'll come back. Now, if you don't have coffee, you don't drink coffee, you could always take some brown acrylic paint of any kind and water it down really good. that would work as well. So now we're going to come in with our watery grunge glue. It is the same thing as the first glue we used. It just happens to have some instant coffee in it or some paint, whatever you've got. And mine happens to have a little bit of both, actually. And you know what I'm going to do, just to show you that it, with this mixture, it really should be watery. We're taking this coffee water, dumping it in here because it won't hurt. And I'm just going to stir it up some. See, we've got it runny. And we're just going to maybe put some of this, it's a little bit different color than what I had on there, around the circle parts that we squished. Those spots that we kind of squished, I'm assuming that maybe this helps them stick together. All right, so I'm going to finish doing a little bit more of this, and I'll be back. Did you enjoy playing in mud puddles when you were a kid? Because I feel like that's what we're doing, is making a mud puddle, mud pie. You know, I did sometimes, and sometimes I didn't, depending on my mood. And that's kind of this. This is a messy fun. I mean, it is contained mess, but we're done with that part. And now we're going to grab some black acrylic paint. It doesn't matter what brand. You also want some water. Mine is, let's see. This is either Walmart or Dollar Tree. I don't remember. But we're just going to plop a little there and add water. It probably would have been easier if I would have poured water. And there's no exact measurement. We're going to make yet more mess. Just put this wherever you want. Now, if you don't want to use black, you don't have to. You could use another shade of brown. And actually, you know, you could use any color you want. I am just kind of doing my own thing, as well as a little bit of what the gal was doing in the video. And then here's what we got to do. We got to let it dry, guys. So if you're impatient, I'm sorry. I just apologize now. This is going to take at least 24 hours to dry. Now, you could hit it with a lightly warm hair dryer. I don't know that I recommend doing a heat gun, and here's why. We've got plastic underneath here to protect our surface, and it will melt, which would then ruin this. So plan on letting this sit and dry for a while. Don't get too much in a hurry. And so what I'll do is I will wait at least a few days to come back with the next step, as well as revealing what all the details are with this. And yes, our next video will include the fairly easy and fun binding method, but I'll also include a couple of other things in that. So until then, woohoo, go have some messy contained fun. You know, enjoy life, have fun, and shoot, why not flick some randomness on this? May as well use up all our paint. Yes, so thanks for being here, guys, and I'm excited to announce next time all the fun details. Until then, see you later.